ॐ सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरि ओम तत्सत्। हरि ओम तत्सत्। हरि ओम तत्सत्. We are at the fag end of chapter 18, in which mainly the description of an enlightened person is going on. किस प्रकार का ज्ञानी मनुष्य के लक्षण, स्थित प्रज्ञ के लक्षण अलग अलग बताए गए हैं ये सारे श्लोकों में. And we have done up to 89 and we are on 90 now, shloka number 90. So let us start. जानन्नपि न जानाति, पश्यन्नपि न पश्यति, ब्रुवन्नपि न ब्रूते, कोन्यो निर्वासनादृते. So very wonderful description of a person who is enlightened being. Ko anyo nirvasanadhrute. Nirvasanadhrute, one who is one who has totally eliminated all desires, जिसका पूरी तरह से वासना क्षय हो चुका है. ऐसे वासना रहित व्यक्ति के सिवा को अन्यो, उसके सिवा और कौन ऐसा है कि जो जानते हुए भी नहीं जानता है. जानन अपि न जानाति, पश्यन अपि न पश्यति, देखते हुए भी नहीं देख रहा है. ब्रुवन अपि न च ब्रूते, बोलते हुए भी नहीं बोल रहा है. जिसका वासना नाश हो गया है वही यही स्थिति में आएगा कि वन हु इज कंप्लीटली डिजायरलेस, knows and knows not, sees and sees not, speaks and speaks not. वासना रहित पुरुष ऐसा है कि कहे तो वो बोलता है, बोलते हुए भी वो बोल नहीं रहा है. Contradictory type of language which you find in all the verses which we are going to read today. Contradiction is the way which is used, opposite type of verses which have been used. Why it is like that? Because in 88, जिसकी हृदय ग्रंथि टूट गई है कि कोई निर्ममः शोभते धीरा समलोष्टाश्म कांचन सुभिन्न हृदय ग्रंथि विनिर्धूत रजस्तमः. So that was shloka number 88. So one whose knot of the heart has completely broken down and whose rajas and tamas has been washed away. All the impurities are washed away. And what do we mean by hridaya granthi smashed out? Bhindate hridaya granthi. So that means the I consciousness is not there. There is nothing like me. Nirmama. He doesn't have any idea of me and mine at all. Because that I, the ahankara rahitya sthiti, that is been described. So if there is no ego, who is speaking? When somebody is speaking, who is speaking? If somebody is knowing, who is knowing? If somebody is seeing, who is seeing? Because there is no seer. There is no empirical seer. There is no empirical knower. So that is what this actually means. कि जिसकी हृदय ग्रंथि छिन्न विच्छिन्न हो चुकी है, जिसका अहंकार शून्य हो चुका है, वो कुछ करता ही नहीं. करते हुए भी वो करता नहीं, चलते हुए भी वो चलता नहीं, बोलते हुए भी वो बोलता नहीं. And that is what happens with the very great people, when they have reached the crest. So Buddha, after becoming Buddha, he was completely in silence. Buddha, Mahavira, Shankaracharya, at a certain stage, they were silent. They were not there. Actually, their bodies were used. But We saw Buddha advising the people. We saw Mahavir going from place to place and telling the sannyasis and other disciples. Shankaracharya, of course, several times he walked throughout India. Then what is happening? Actually, they are not speaking through their body. The highest reality speaking. परमात्मा उनके शरीर का उपयोग करता है. वो वाणी उनकी वाणी नहीं है, परमात्मा की वाणी है. वो चलना उनका चलना नहीं है, परमात्मा का चलना है. वो देखना उनका देखना नहीं है, परमात्मा का देखना है. So that is why जानन अपि न जानाति, because there is no knower as we understand the idea of knowing. There is no I consciousness. So God, in simple way we can say God is using their bodies for His purpose. परमेश्वर उनका शरीर उपयोग करता है, उनका चलना, उनका फिरना, उनकी क्रियाएं, सब कुछ परमेश्वर के द्वारा हो जाते हैं, उनका कुछ भी नहीं होता है. So God is using their bodies for His purpose. So the verse below, which we are going to read now, the 91st one, it also says that that body could be that of a king or that of a beggar. भिक्षुर्वा भूपतिर्वापि यो निष्काम शोभते भावेषु गलिता यस्य शोभना शोभना मति शोभना अशोभना मति. So that body, nishkam, one who has become totally desireless, one who has become vasana rahita, one who has become ahankara rahita, one who has lost his ego, who has lost his desires, one who has become. So he may be bhikshu wa bhuputi, he may be using a body of a beggar, or he may be using a body of a king. And that is what in Ashtavakra Gita we are seeing. Janaka is actually a king. So there, the God is using the body of a king. Ashtavakra is almost like a beggar. Okay. So whether body belongs to beggar or body belongs to king. Bhikshurva bhupati. Bhupati means king. Bhikshu means जो भिक्षा मांग के जीवन जीता है. So we can say beggar or one who has chosen the begging as his way of life. भिक्षुर्वा भूपतिर्वापि, जो भिक्षु बन गया है या वो राजा हो गया है. यो निष्काम शोभते भावेषु गलिता यस्य, he has no idea about any bhav, no idea whether shobhana ashobhana matihi, no ideas about good or evil, that this is good work, this is bad work, this is good deed, this is bad deed, shobhana ashobhana. So he has dropped all ideas about good and evil. So जो निष्काम है, जिसने शुभ अशुभ यह भाव त्याग किए हैं, वह राजा के शरीर में हो या रंक के शरीर में है, आत्म प्रकाश से ही वो सुशोभित होता है. शोभानाम शोभना मति. So he shines with the light of Atman only. So that is what is said in 91. Let us go to 92 now. क्व स्वाच्छंद क्व संकोचः क्व वा तत्व विनिश्चयः निर्व्याज आर्जव भूतस्य चरितार्थस्य योगिनः. So तत्व विनिश्चयः, तत्व विनिश्चय, one who is enlightened being, वो तत्व की चर्चा नहीं करते. He doesn't talk about philosophy. He doesn't talk about Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya, God is there, God is not there. Tattva Vinishchaya means he is not really discussing the truth, or he is not discussing any philosophy. And Nirvyaja Arjava Bhutasya, he is very straightforward. Nirvyaja Arjava Bhutasya. वेरी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड, बहुत ही सीधा साधा रहता है. He doesn't show his scholarship. A brilliant person who can give a tremendous speech and who can talk about any philosophy you give, one who can keep the audience spellbound. Nothing like that. He is a very, very simple nirvyaja arjava bhutasya charithartasya yogina. So for a yogin who is very straightforward, who is self-satisfied, whom what are the attractions and where are the restraints for him? क्व स्वाच्छंद्य क्व संकोचः, किससे वो संकोच करेगा? What is forbidden for him and what is of his choice? He has neither any choice nor any selection. क्व स्वाच्छंद्य क्व संकोचः. And where is the question of discussing the philosophy? So here actually in this particular shloka 92, the difference between philosopher and jnani has been told. You know, philosopher may be able to speak well on any philosophy. That doesn't mean he has become a jnani. Jnani is different from jnani need not speak about any philosophy. Jnani need not know about any philosophy also, because philosophy is too small for him to speak about. You know, he has already that knowledge. So a very beautiful, you can say, beautifully distinguished between philosopher and an enlightened person. Lot of difference between दार्शनिक जो होता है, दार्शनिक अलग होता है और ज्ञानी अलग होता है. तो इसमें दार्शनिक और ज्ञानी में जो फर्क है बहुत ही सुंदर प्रकार से इसमें कहा गया है. तो लेट अस गो फॉर 93. आत्मविश्रांति तृप्तेन निराशेन गतार्थिता अंतर अंतर्येद उद्भूयते तत्कथम कस्य कथ्यते. अंतर्यद उद्भूयते तत्कथम कस्य कथ्यते. Who is going to talk to whom? Tatkatham kasya kas. So, how can and to whom can be described the inner state of a yogi? किसको कौन बताएगा योगी की अंत स्थिति? तत्कथम कस्य कथ्यते. Who is going to tell and to whom about the inner state of a yogi? Who is it? आत्म विश्रांति तृप्ते न, आत्मा में वो विश्रांत हो चुका है. He is resting in the self. He is resting in the self. आत्म विश्रांति, and therefore he is very trupta. Trupta means he doesn't want anything. He doesn't have any desire at all. So how can and to whom can be described the inner state of a yogi who is resting in the self, desireless and beyond sorrow, जो दुख के परे है, जो आशा रहित है, गतार्तिना, गत आर्तिना, जो दुख के परे हो चुका है. There is nothing like सुख दुख for him. और आशा रहित हो चुका है. और जो दुख के परे है और आशा रहित है और आत्म विश्रांत स्थिति में है और तृप्त हो चुका है, उसकी आंतरिक अनुभूति किसके और कौन बता सकता है? दैट मीन्स इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल टू टॉक अबाउट दैट पीपल. इट इज नॉट, we are not able to describe that particular state. That is what we are continuously learning this thing in Upanishad. In Taittiriya Upanishad, yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. What is that supreme state of consciousness? Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. Where the language cannot reach there. Even the mind cannot reach there. That state of consciousness is beyond the mind and beyond the language. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasa. Or even in Kenopanishad also we have run न तत्र चक्षुर्गच्छति न वाक् गच्छति no mano. That is the state where the eyes cannot reach. It is beyond your vision. न वाक् गच्छति, it is beyond description. वाणी उसका विचार नहीं कर सकती. No mano, it is beyond mind. So that is why it is impossible to describe it. That is what all this, it is ineffable state which has been described. So that is how इसलिए ज्ञानी की जो अवस्था है वो कौन किसे बताएगा, ऐसा ये 93 वर्ष बता रहे हैं. लेट अस गो टू 94. सुप्तोपि न सुषुप्तो च स्वप्नेपि शयितो न च जागरे अपि न जागर्ति धीरस्तृप्तः पदे पदे. So 3 states of consciousness which we know, वो सोया हुआ होते हुए भी सोया हुआ नहीं होता है. वो स्वप्न देखता हुआ भी स्वप्नदर्शी नहीं है. वो जागृत होते हुए भी जागृत नहीं है. सुप्तोपि न सुषुप्तो, निद्रा में भी जो निद्रिस्थ नहीं है. स्वप्ने भी शयितो न च, स्वप्नावस्था में भी जो सोया हुआ नहीं है. जागरे भी न जागरती, जागृतावस्था में भी वो सजग नहीं है, यानी जगत के प्रति सजग नहीं है. वह ज्ञानी सर्व अवस्था में तृप्त रहता है. धीरज तृप्ता पदे पदे. इन एनी स्टेट ऑफ कॉन्शियसनेस, these are the 3 states of consciousness which we actually enjoy. That is the Swapnavastha, Jagrutavastha and Sushupti Avastha. These are the 3 things which are available to each one of us. And for each one of us, these 3 states of consciousness are completely different. Swapnavastha has nothing to do with Jagrutavastha. Jagrutavastha and Swapnavastha have nothing to do with Sushupti Avastha, where there is no experience at all. अभाव प्रत्यय आलम्बना वृत्ति निद्रा. तो निद्रा स्थिति में तो कोई अनुभूति ही नहीं है. स्वप्नावस्था तो कुछ भी देखते हैं सपने में, जिसका जागृतावस्था से कोई संबंध ही नहीं है. सो दीज 3 स्टेट्स ऑफ कॉन्शियसनेस, we are they are so different, but we go on enjoying him, so either we are in pratibhasika satta, or we are in vyavaharika satta, or we are in paramarthika satta. So 3 sattatraya siddhanta which Shankaracharya give. But yogi is in turyavastha. Yogi is in turyavastha. He is in the 4th state of consciousness, which is a witnessing consciousness. So that is what, if you remember, when in Mandukya Upanishad, there is a very beautiful state, the Turiya state, the 4th state of consciousness, which is not available to us, really speaking. It is actually available to us. Yat swapna jagara sushuptam avaiti nityam. जो स्वप्न में, जागृतावस्था में, सुषुप्ति अवस्था में continuously that state of consciousness is there, but we are not able to recognize it. So how Mandukya Upanishad talks about that 4th state of consciousness, नान्तः प्रज्ञम न बहिः प्रज्ञम न उभयतः प्रज्ञम न प्रज्ञान घनम न प्रज्ञम ना प्रज्ञम शांतम शिवम अद्वैतम चतुर्थम मन्यते. So that is what he says. It is not inward consciousness, na antah prajna. It is not inward looking consciousness. Na bahih prajna. It is not outward looking consciousness. Na ubhayata prajna. It is not consciousness which is looking outside as well as inside. बाहर और भीतर देखने वाली वो चेतना नहीं है. वो आंतरिक चेतना नहीं है, वो बाह्य चेतना नहीं है, उभय चेतना भी नहीं है. बाहर और अंदर एक ही साथ देखने वाली भी वो चेतना नहीं है. न प्रज्ञान घनम. इट इज नॉट एब्सेंस ऑफ कॉन्शियसनेस. न अप्रज्ञम. इट इज नॉट अनकॉन्शियसनेस. व्हाट इज दैट? शांतम शिवम अद्वैतम. It is a state of perfect silence. It is perfect pure consciousness. It is non-dual consciousness. Chaturtham manyante. That is the fourth state of consciousness. That is the Turiya state of consciousness. So in this 94 also, the same thing is he is telling. And in Turiya state of consciousness, one is always happy. Sushuptopi na sushupta. सोते हुए भी वो सोया हुआ नहीं है, because he is in the fourth state. He is साक्षी for स्वप्नावस्था, for सुषुप्ति अवस्था, for जागृत अवस्था. He is a continuous eternal witness. He is a witnessing consciousness. He is witnessing even his dream state. He is witnessing even his Jagruta Avastha, his wakeful state. He is witnessing even his deep sleep state. So that is why Sushuptopi na Sushuptau. Swapnepi Shayito na cha. Jagarepi na Jagarti. Dhiraha Truptaha Pade Pade. In each Pade Pade means every state of consciousness, he is only a highly satisfied witness who is enjoying as a witness. So that is what the Shankaracharya also says, Yat Swapna Jagara Sushuptam Avaiti Nityam. So that is the state of consciousness which has been described in 94. Now 95, Nyaha Sachintopi Nischintaha Sendriyopi Nirindriyaha Sabuddhirapi Nirbuddhi Sahankaropi Nahankruti. Again, the contradictory terms which are used. चिंता होते हुए भी वो निश्चिंत रहता है. न्याह, न्याह means ज्ञानी. One, the man of knowledge is called न्याह. So न्याह सचिंतोपि निश्चिंता. चिंता के अंदर रहते हुए भी वो निश्चिंत रहता है. स इंद्रियोपि निरिंद्रिया. उसकी सारी इंद्रिय होती है, उसकी आंखें होती है, कान होती है, नाक होते हैं. All Panchindriya, Dhyanendriya, Karmendriya are there. So he is Sendriya, but still he is Nirindriya. He is not attached to any of his sense organs. Okay. So Buddhirapi Nirbuddhi. He is not attached even to the intellect. He is not saying that this is good, this is bad. He doesn't. Intellect has a choice. Intellect has a choice. So he is not having even that choice. साहंकारोपि नहंकृति. अहंकार होते हुए भी वो निरहंकारी है. So a wonderful says, so the enlightened being is in the body mind complex. So he possesses mind, he possesses senses, he possesses intellect. But these instruments, he is not attached to any one of these instruments. He is not attached to the functions of any one of these instruments. Body, mind, intellect. इनकी जो प्रक्रियाएं हैं, इनकी जो फंक्शंस है, उसके साथ भी उसका संबंध नहीं रहता है. So it is as good as not having the body. It is as good as not having the ego. It is as good as not having the intellect. So sabuddhirapi nirbuddhi. Sachintopi nischintaha. And that is what, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, when he was in the last stage of cancer, last stage of cancer, he was not having any chinta at all. He was not worried. In fact, many of his disciples, including Swami Vivekananda, they were telling him that, why don't you pray Mother for curing this disease? Because he used to talk to Divine Mother Kali directly. He had a dialogue with Divine Mother, that is very well known. So they used to say that, for our sake at least, why don't you ask Divine Mother to cure this cancer? Within no time it will be cured. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to laugh at them, and he said that this body is just like a house. अभी कल मेरे घर के अंदर अगर दीवार है उसको खरोच आ गई अगर सीलिंग है उसको खरोच आ गया मेरे घर में, तो मैं क्या डिवाइन मदर को बताऊं कि ये जो सीलिंग है ना वो ठीक कर दे, ये दीवार ठीक करिए, ये दरवाजा ठीक करो? इज डिवाइन मदर माय सर्वेंट? डू यू मीन टू से I should use divine mother as my servant? She is my mother. This is my house. This house is also given by divine mother. ये जो शरीर है वो मेरा घर है, तो उसमें कुछ, आई एम ओनली गेस्ट इन दिस बॉडी फॉर सम टाइम। ये घर भी मेरा घर है नहीं, इस घर में भी मैं मेहमान की तरह इस घर का उपयोग कर रहा हूँ। और ये घर में अगर कुछ बिगड़ गया है तो क्या मैं, सो सचिंतोपि निश्चिंत, एक्चुअली चिंताजनक था सभी के लिए, सभी चिंता कर रहे थे। एंड इन दैट कैंसर ओनली इवेंट, एंड डॉक्टर हैड forbidden him to speak, but whenever somebody comes and asks, he will speak, because he has come from such a long distance and he wants my advice. And do you mean to say I should not do this divine work and stick to? So he was not at all, actually he used to have many times blood vomits. It was very severe cancer. बहुत चिंताजनक थी, चीज थी वो। लेकिन जैसा यह कहे, न्यः सचिंतोपि निश्चिंता सेन्द्रियोपि निरिंद्रिया, इंद्रिय होते भी है भी, इंद्रिय नहीं होने जैसा ही होता है। सब बुद्धिरपि निर्बुद्धि साहंकारोपि नहंकृति, वो होते हुए भी नहीं होता है। दैट इज द थिंग, दैट इज द वंडरफुल वे। सो सेम थिंग इन 96, न सुखी न च वा दुखी, न विरक्तो न संगवान, न मुमुक्षो वा न मुक्तो, न किंचित न किंचन। वेरी अपोजिट टाइप ऑफ वर्ड्स, वदतो व्याघात। ज्ञानी सुखी, न सुखी होता है न दुखी होता है, न सुखी न च वा दुखी। वी आर आइदर हैप्पी और सैड, नाइदर हैप्पी नॉर सैड। न विरक्तो न संगवान, उसका आसक्ति भी नहीं है और विरक्ति भी नहीं है। न मुमुक्षु न वा मुक्तो, he is not desire of liberation, he is not liberated at all, he is not bothered about liberation। वो मुमुक्षु भी नहीं है, वो मुक्त भी नहीं है। न किंचित न च किंचन, वो कुछ होता ऐसा भी नहीं है और नहीं है ऐसा भी नहीं है। सो न किंचित न च किंचन, उसके पास कुछ है ऐसा भी नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है ऐसा भी नहीं है। Okay, so through this paradoxical language, Ashtavakra is trying to describe something which is indescribable. This is the paradoxical language is always used in Upanishad and to describe something which is indescribable, which is beyond language. And that is what is done here also in 97. विक्षेपेपि न विक्षिप्तः, समाधौ न समाधिवान, जाड्येपि न च जाड्यो, धन्या पांडित्येपि न पंडिता। जाड्येपि न जडो धन्यः, पांडित्येपि न पंडितः। So a jnani is not distracted even in all distractions. Even if he is in bazaar, where a lot of activity is going on around, he is not distracted. Amongst the distraction, he remains undistracted. Samadhav na samadhiman. Even when he is in continuous samadhi, he is not meditating on anything. He is beyond meditation even in samadhi. Jadyepi na jado dhanyaha. In a state of dullness, he is not dull. He appears to be very dull because he is not doing anything, but he is not dull. Okay. Pandityepi na panditaha. He knows everything because he is jnani, but he is not a scholar. Though he is enlightened one, though he knows everything, though he is omniscient, he is not a scholar. So only those who are able to see this paradoxical language. I told you last time also, it is like a solving a koan. You know, koan is a paradoxical language which is given in Zen always. Hmm. What is the sound of clap with one hand is a paradox. You can't solve it. What was your face before your parents were born is a very well known koan. आपका चेहरा कैसा था आपके माता पिता का जन्म होने के पहले आपका चेहरा कैसा था ये बहुत बड़ा कोआन है आप कहेंगे ये पागल जैसा बात है जब मेरे माता पिता तो मैं था ही नहीं तो चेहरा का सवाल ही कैसा होता you if you can solve that koan you are enlightened being you know this is the language of contradiction why this contradictory language is given to stop the intellect you have to go beyond logic you have to go तर्क के परे ही सत्य है सत्य तर्क के दायरे में नहीं आता है तर्क बुद्धि के दायरे में नहीं आता है so the paradoxical language is pointing towards that state of consciousness which is beyond logic which is beyond discrimination so इसलिए विरोधाभास यही एक उपाय है ज्ञानी की संकल्पना स्पष्ट करने के लिए so that is why it is used let us go to 98 now मुक्तो यथा स्थित स्वस्थः कृत कर्तव्य निवृत्तः समः सर्वत्र वैतृष्ण्यात् न स्मरति अकृतम कृतम तो मुक्त पुरुष सभी परिस्थितियों में आत्मस्थित होता है in every state he is with the self only वो आत्मस्थित होता है he is with the self only okay and he is sama he is हमेशा वो समत्व स्थिति में होता है क्यों वैतृष्णात् ही इज टोटली डिजायरलेस मुक्त पुरुष सभी परिस्थितियों में आत्मस्थित होता है कर्तव्य और कर्म ये संकल्पनाओं से वो मुक्त होता है कृत कर्तव्य निवृत्त actually it is in that state only that all the sanchita karmas get exhausted all his sanchita karmas accumulated actions he is free from the law of karma such an enlightened being is free from the that is why न स्मरति अकृतम कृतम ये मुझे करना है ये मैंने किया नहीं है ये किसको भावना होगी जो कर्म के बंधन में है जो वन हु इज फॉलोइंग द लॉ ऑफ कर्म ये कर्तव्य है ये मैंने अभी किया नहीं है सो न स्मरति अकृतम कृतम सो he has gone beyond the law of karma all his sanchita karma has been exhausted so that is what 98 is telling 99 न प्रियते वंद्यमानो निंद्यमानो न कुप्यति नैवो द्विजति मरणे जीवने न अभिनंदति so very wonderful shloka number 91 न प्रियते वंद्यमानो if somebody comes and praises us we are so happy inside कोई भी आके अगर हमें बताएगा कि oh you are a very great person very hard to find a person like you inside it is so comfortable for us we will like to hear such praises from somebody and on the contrary if someone comes and says you are a fool you are an idiot कौन बना दिया तुमको ये प्रिंसिपल और ये सब कुछ तुमको कुछ आता ही नहीं है निंदा किया कुछ immediately there will be reaction from inside okay but this man न प्रियते वंद्यमानो निंद्यमानो न कुप्यते किसी ने निंदा की तो उसको बिल्कुल क्रोध नहीं आता है किसी ने बहुत उसकी सराहना की तो उसको आनंद नहीं होता है that means he is not reacting to anything any comments coming from outside anybody speaking anything about him Nothing happens to him. Naivo dvijati marane. Even if he is facing death, usko he is not unhappy. He doesn't have any kind of misery even when he is facing death. Jivanena abhinandati. He is not happy because he is living. Okay. Not pleased when praised, not annoyed when blamed, not afraid of death, nor rejoices in life. तो जो ज्ञानी है, असल में ये जो वर्णन है ना, वो पतंजलि ने जो धर्म मेघ समाधि का वर्णन किया है, वही वर्णन है। ततः क्लेश कर्म निवृत्ति, वन ऑफ द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ धर्म मेघ समाधि, he goes beyond all क्लेश एंड कर्म। द पंच क्लेशास, अविद्या, अस्मिता, राग, द्वेष, अभिनिवेश। तो जिसमें अहंकार ही नहीं है, जिसमें अविद्या ही नहीं है, उसको क्या अच्छा लगेगा, क्या बुरा लगेगा? जिसको कर्म ही, जो कर्म से ही परे गया है, क्लेश कर्म निवृत्ति, all his kleshas, all his karmas are totally eliminated. So such a person is really a jnani. Now the last shloka in this particular chapter, na dhavati jana kirna na aranyam उपशांतधि यथा तथा यत्र तत्र सम एवावतिष्ठते. Pure minded neither seeks crowded places, न धावती जना किरण. वहां जब जहां बहुत भीड़ इकट्ठी हुई है, वहां जाने का उसका मन नहीं करता है. He is not looking for crowd. For all our yoga people, this is very wonderful, you know, that if you have a lecture and no one turns out for lecture, what happens to you? We can experience. Or even if the crowd is only one or two, they called you all the way and you went there and you are about to speak, but nobody is there in the hall. How will you feel? You'll be, अरे और बहुत लोग आ गए, 100 लोग आ गए. You say, oh, I am so happy, I am so popular that hundreds of people, thousands of people are listening to me. So you want to see crowd. You know, the yogi, the enlightened one, has nothing to do with crowd at all. Nor he is seeking solitude. Na aranyam upashantadhi. He is not trying to say that, oh, this is great disturbance for me. If I go to the street, a lot of noise is there, there is noise pollution, people are there, and I want to go and live in Himalayas in the solitude. He is not seeking solitude also. यथा तथा यत्र तत्र सम एवावतिष्ठते. In any condition, in any circumstance, he is in samatva. He is in a state of balance. कैसी भी बाह्य परिस्थिति हो, कैसी भी मानसिक परिस्थिति हो, उसमें वो समत्व की भावना में ही रहता है. He is always in a state of balance. So जिसने समत्व पाया, वह ज्ञानी न भीड़ से आकर्षित होता है, न अरण्य के एकांतवास की इच्छा रखता है. वह सर्व स्थिति में सर्वत्र समदर्शी रहता है. So that is what the enlightened being is. And with that, ये आत्मदर्शन शतक, it is called Atmadarshana Shataka, because in these 100 verses, Ashtavakra has tried to describe something which is anirvachaniya, something which is beyond description. Okay, इसलिए उसको आत्मदर्शन शतक. तो ये आत्मदर्शन शतक का प्रकरण जो है वो समाप्त हुआ, और अष्टावक्र ने भी अपने वाणी को यहाँ विराम दिया है. अष्टावक्र गीता में अष्टावक्र ने अपने वाणी को अभी विराम दिया है. एंड इन 19th chapter again we find Janaka now speaking about his own experience. Okay, so we shall have at least 1 or 2 verses from the 19th chapter today, which is very wonderful. And Janaka begins this with a very wonderful simile. He says that I feel as if I have been operated. बहुत बड़ी शल्य चिकित्सा मेरे ऊपर हुई, ऐसा मुझे लग रहा है। जनक ऐसा बता रहा है अष्टावक्र गुरुजी को कि मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मेरी शल्य चिकित्सा हो चुकी है। I had undergone a very tremendous heart operation. Just as nowadays each one of us, we are aware that there are so many heart blocks, and if cholesterol deposits are there, and if the heart blocks are there in main arteries, then of course those blocks are to be removed. Otherwise, you will not survive here. So you should go for angioplasty, and operations are performed, and your blocks are removed. Only if the blocks are removed, you survive. Your blood circulation starts again. You come back to normal again. Now Janaka is saying that I have also undergone heart operation today. But this heart is not the physical heart, which is responsible for blood circulation. It is not an organ which is pumping blood throughout my body. This heart, which Janaka is speaking about, is the center of the consciousness. It is Chidakasha. It is the Hridayakasha. And what are the blocks which are there in this Hridayakasha? Janaka is wonderfully saying that these blocks are different notions which I have because of listening to so many kinds of philosophies. Very wonderfully told. I have been listening to so many kinds of philosophies, and therefore I understand the philosophy according to my equipments of knowledge. जो 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 ज्ञान प्रक्रिया मेरे भीतर होती है, उसके अनुसार अलग अलग मतों का मैं अभ्यास करता हूँ. So what is I have listened to Advaita Vedanta, I have listened to Sankhya, I have listened to Yoga, I have listened to Bhagwan Mahavira, I have listened to Anekantavad, I have listened to Nayavada, I have listened to Shunyavada of Buddhism, I have listening to Ajatavada, and all these things, they have formed different blocks in my mind. ये मतांतर जो मेरे चित्त में समा गए हैं, ये एक प्रकार से मेरे हृदय में हुए ब्लॉक्स है, and because of which I am not enlightened. Listening to all kinds of philosophies, listening to all kinds of matas, I have remained only at the most. My qualification is I can go and speak on Advaita Vedanta if somebody requests me. I can go and speak on Dvaita. I can go and speak on Vishishtadvaita. I can go and speak about Nayavada, Anekantavada, Shunyavada, and so on and so forth. And people clap, and I start feeling that I know. I have learned quite a lot. There is no enlightenment. Why there is no enlightenment? Even when we learn so many things, all Shaddarshanats, everything, so much of learning. Janaka says that now I know that this learning was a problem for me. So let us read that verse, which is beautifully said, very beautiful, really. That is why Ashtavakra Gita is something wonderful. तत्व विज्ञान संदंशम आदाय हृदयोद्वारा नानाविध परामर्श शल्योधरा कृतो मया. Shalyodhara, it is actually an operation he's talking about. Tattva Vijnana Sandansham. So Tattva Vijnana means seeing the truth directly, the direct experience. Aparokshanubhuti. Up till now, I was only listening to the philosophies. I was talking about Advaita, I was talking about Dvaita, and so many Shunyavada and all that. They were only words, they were only language. I did not experiencing. ये सब हम बोलते हैं, फिलोसफी में हम पढ़ते हैं, उसकी अनुभूति कहाँ है? तो बोलता है ये अपरोक्षानुभूति है, तत्व विज्ञान संदंशम सौदौशम आदाय. दिस इज लाइक the forceps of a doctor which removes the blocks. Tattva Vijnana, this direct realization, this direct pratyaksha, this direct experience of the Supreme is something like a forceps that removes the blocks in the heart. डॉक्टर के पास जैसे इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स होते हैं ना, हाँ, जो हृदय के ब्लॉक्स होते हैं उनको निकालने के लिए जो इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स होते हैं, वो इंस्ट्रूमेंट के तरह, वो इंस्ट्रूमेंट कौन सा है यहाँ? तत्व विज्ञान.
सर सॉरी, आपका अनम्यूट करना सर.
Oh, oh, sorry. Now you are able to hear me?
यस सर.
Actually, you know,
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
It is God's play that I was muted by God only. Because what he is saying is, ये मौन ही असल में तत्व ज्ञान है. So what he is telling is that direct knowledge from the innermost core of my heart, I have removed the thorns of diverse opinions, नाना विध परामर्श. अनेक प्रकार के जो opinions है, they are all good. As far as the language is concerned, they are all good. Dvaita, Advaita, Shunyavada, Nayavada, Anekantavada, everything is fine. Everything is fine. But where is the realization? I speak about it. I study it. Where is the realization is like Shastra Kriya. Actually, these different concepts only are in a way creating blockages in me. That is what Janaka told. I had been listening to all these different concepts in philosophy, different philosophical discussion, and what happened? I got only the hard blocks. So Tattva Vijnana Sandansham means the forceps which remove the blocks and give the vision of truth. That is what is happening to me. So Nana Vida Paramarsha Shalya Uddhara, extraction of thorns of diverse opinions. Nana Vida Paramarsha Shalyodhara. ये जो अनेक प्रकार के जो मतांतर है, अनेक प्रकार के जो सिद्धांत मैंने पढ़े, वो कांटे के तरह चुभ गए थे मेरे हृदय में. कांटे के तरह ये चुभ गए थे मेरे हृदय में. और मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था कि मुझको सब कुछ मालूम हुआ. शंकराचार्य को पढ़ के मुझे ऐसा मालूम हुआ, मुझे अद्वैत सिद्धांत मालूम हुआ. बुद्ध को पढ़ के मुझे मालूम हुआ शून्यवाद क्या है, मैंने समझ लिया. महावीर को पढ़ के मुझे मालूम हुआ अनेकांतवाद, मुझे अभी मालूम हुआ, नयवाद मुझे मालूम हुआ. लेकिन Janaka is saying these are only the thorns in my heart. I am speaking about it. I have not realized any one of these. There is no direct knowledge of it. So he is speaking. In Janaka tells he has undergone heart operation. All the thorns have been removed. All the blocks have been removed by Ashtavakra's teaching because of the direct knowledge which he has given. जो अपरोक्ष अनुभूति हुई, आपके उपदेश से प्राप्त हुई अपरोक्षानुभूति द्वारा मेरे हृदय में घुसे हुए विविध भूतों के कांटों की शस्त्रक्रिया आपने की है, ये शस्त्रक्रिया मेरी हुई है और मेरे सब कांटे भी निकल गए हैं. इट्स ए वेरी वंडरफुल कॉन्सेप्ट, very wonderful concept. It is not belittling any concept. He is not saying that Shunyavada is nothing, Anekavanta is nothing, Advaita Siddhanta is nothing. But concept and realization, they are two different things. So राजा जनक अपने गुरु अष्टावक्र को कह रहे हैं कि मानो उसकी हृदय की शल्य क्रिया हुई है. हृदय की शल्य क्रिया हुई है मतलब क्या है? All those concepts which were there without realization, they have been removed from my heart. So heart has become open now. The heart has now become open. So ये जो शस्त्र क्रिया है, very delicate operation has been performed. So he is saying that Ashtavakra is a very great, you can say, heart specialist, and very delicate operation has been performed. Just as a surgeon removes blocks, Janaka's heart blocks created by different philosophical opinions have been removed because of the direct experience of the supreme reality in presence of the great master Ashtavakra. So a common man is always confused whatever he reads, whenever different philosophies are read. So we are in that state. Every time we read any philosophy, we say, oh, this is beautiful. Advaita Siddhanta. Nothing can be greater than Advaita Siddhanta. Then Buddha comes with Shunyavada, and Buddha is such a realized person. When we read it, we say, oh, Shunyavada is the final. Then Mahavir Jain comes and he says that there can be so many opinions at the same time. So it can be Asti, Nasti, Ubhaya, Anubhaya, Chatushkote Vinirmuktam Shunyatvam. So there are so many aspects of the reality, all aspects of the reality are acceptable, and we feel, oh yes, this is the right thing. Now whatever we are saying, it is not our realization. This is the point which has been stressed by Janaka, that you have not realized it, you have not seen. So that is why Shankaracharya very beautifully in one of the slokas he says, Shabdajalam Maharanyam Jiva Brahmana Karanam. The different opinions, the different philosophies we read, and we start feeling that we are very learned people. Actually, we are in a deep forest. Shabdajalam Maharanyam. ये जो शब्द जाल है ना, अनेक तत्वज्ञानों का जो शब्द जाल है, महाअरण्य की तरह है. जीव भ्रमण कारणम. जीव को भ्रमित करने वाला ये महारण्य है शब्द जाल. That is what he says. So that is what actually Ashtavakra, Janaka is also telling. And the same thing Upanishads also are telling. Nayam atma pravachanena labhya न मेधया न बहुधा श्रुतेन. ये आत्मा प्रवचन, you go on listening to many discourses, you go on reading many texts, that doesn't mean you will become Atma Jnani. न मेधया, because you have sharp intellect as good as Einstein's intellect, doesn't mean you will realize the self. So that is what the Upanishads are also saying. What we have to do is to remove the cobwebs in our mind. So what Janaka is telling is that I have removed all those cobwebs in the mind which were formed by different opinions which I was listening to, different matamatantara which I was listening to. So the ultimate truth is not arrived at by a process. It is a direct vision of the truth. When the direct vision comes, you don't need anything at all. You don't need any logic at all. So he is speaking about that direct vision, which is also known as Yoga Pratyaksha. Our pramanas प्रत्यक्ष अनुमान आगमा प्रमाणानि, हमारे जो ज्ञान, हमें जो ज्ञान प्राप्त होता है वो प्रत्यक्ष अनुमान आगम, नॉर्मल वेज ऑफ गेटिंग नॉलेज, प्रत्यक्ष through the sense organs, whatever we receive, or anumana through inference, or we believe in agama pramana because the scriptures are saying, we say, because why I believe in God? Because the Bhagavad Gita says it, I accept it. Why I do not believe in God? Because some other scripture says there is no God, I do not believe. Agama pramana. Now, what Ashtavakra is speaking about, what Janaka is speaking about is Yoga Pratyaksha. You are seeing the truth like a vision. Okay. So when that vision comes, that vision tells us ekam sad vipraha बहुधा वदन्ति, सत्य तो एक ही है. तो ये अनक तो आया कहां से? विप्राह बहुधा वदन्ति. The different philosophies, they express it in different way, but the truth is only one, and that one truth you can know by vision of the truth. Through enlightenment only you can know it. So that is what Janaka is telling in the very first works of the 18th chapter. So very beautiful. And the simile which has been given to him, given by him, is Shastra Kriya. मेरी बहुत बड़ी शस्त्र क्रिया हुई और मेरे हृदय में जो कांटे घुसे हुए थे, कौन से कांटे घुसे हुए? मतांतर के कांटे घुसे हुए थे. और वो कांटे निकालने के लिए मेरे पास what was the force, what was the instrument? The vision, direct vision. When I have this direct vision of Atman, I don't have any confusion at all. I don't need any philosophies at all. I don't need. So that is the beauty of Janaka's realization, which has been told in very first shloka. So, well, it is 9 o'clock. So I will stop here with that first shloka, and maybe in 2 sessions or 3 sessions, we shall be finishing the Ashtavakra. 19th, 20th chapter is also there. 19th is very small. 20th is, I think, some 20 shlokas. So maybe in 1 or 2 sessions, this beautiful Ashtavakra Gita which we had taken up will be over. So I will now chant Shanti Mantra, but of course the session will be open. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat.